welcome back to another episode of the United Score. Manchester United beating Burnley at home 3-1. Now we are now 8 points, just 8, 5 and 3 behind Manchester City. But the bad thing is we only have 6 games left, which means we have to win all of our games or most. Just call yourself win all of the game then. And City have a slip up. We need some people to beat Manchester City. Now the rest has 6 games left. So if we can, well, 5 games, can get three. City can lose three, which is highly improbable. Based on what happened yesterday with Chelsea. I don't know. You never know if a side can do what Leeds do for against City, and we can get all our games won and then give City a challenge. Yeah, so come down to the wire up on the last day, like where Aguero did it to us. Remember? Aguero? I think it was in what, 2013, 2012, 2013? Yeah, something like that. So, yeah, the squad where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer select, it was decent. The only thing I don't like, as always, is the defensive midfielders, our defensive midfield pairing of Scott McTominay and Fred. But like at halftime, Ole realized what going, and then he made a positive substitution for a Fred for Cavani, which was a plus. So we never really used to see them kind of subs from Ole, but now I think he's realizing that we need firepower up front and we need to attack. And Cavani is in form, so why not just give him the benefit of the doubt and have him play as the striker? So yeah, we also took off Rashford, who I thought had a very decent game. He over dribbled quite a few times, and I thought he could have had a lot more goal if Marcus was more decisive. But I thought he did his piece. That trick he did on the left wing to end up inside the box, but it was blocked. Yeah, me have another thing for talk about Harry Maguire. Every time Harry Maguire, I mean, from the first goal that was conceded, which was definitely not a goal because it was offside. We saw that the aerial balls have been a problem. Me see it, me know other United fans see it, me know anybody who watches see it, and she say the aerial balls are got trouble the defenders. And as a defender, Harry Maguire and Lindelof couldn't see said they need to work on that. Chris Wood is a big player. He's a big he's a big striker for Burnley. And the man definitely I go try win all of the ball. Most of the ball will come to Wood. We see same win them. Because the man definitely want to win the ball. And Harry Maguire allow that all the time. We don't see how come you know so the man strong suit is the aerial balls and you allow him to get the aerial balls. That Tarkowski goal was case in point. Harry Maguire, Alma just jump. Because I swear Tarkowski was on his both feet on the ground, heading the ball into the back of the net. And Dean Henderson today had a poor game. Poor game. I mean, no, we considered one and that wasn't your fault, but you had a poor game. From the offset of the game, you had a poor game. But make we go into the player ratings. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Alright, Ole, it was a decent day out for Manchester United. We did what we were supposed to do. We won the game, so it will give us a prime outlet to challenge City for the title. Hoping that City, well, we don't want to wish bad on a club, but City are our rivals, so we want other sides to beat them so we can give them a challenge. So hopefully, at the last day in the Premier League season, we can then see who is a better team. So yeah, Ole Gunnar for your game and your squad selection and the fact that you took off Fred, may I give you a 6. Alright, Dean Henderson. Dean a boy. Alright, Dean. You're not a bad keeper. You're actually a great keeper for me. And today was just not reminiscent of why me actually have so much confidence in you. You were poor. The aerial balls trouble you a lot, and you make some poor decisions. I mean, two in particular. One you run a Lindelof back, and the other one was for the first goal where you completely miss. Was just down to VAR to realize that the man offside, and the linesman to realize that the man offside. So for me, Dean Henderson's a 5. We win the game, so we're not to beat your bad. Yeah, so we are gonna go to Aaron Wan Bissaka. Alright, Wan Bissaka, actually had a brilliant first half. We see him cross a ball to Pogba in the first half, and I was like, whoa. Him look like him might take my words to fruition or to heart and start do some crossing in training, and it come off. So for me, he had a brilliant first half. Second half was not as good as the first, but he played well. He was to me, him and Luke Shaw had a good. The wingers had a good day. Just that in the second half, he was called upon to do more defensive duties. It was kind of shaky in some parts, but it was a good game for me from one Bissaka. Most of the first half, I thought he was gonna be the man of the match based on how he was playing, but can't write off Greenwood. So for me, one Bissaka is a 6. Yep. Victor Lindelof. Victor and Harry Maguire, that pairing is always a shaky bunch, a shaky pairing, and we always seem to continuously play the two of them together like they can't be separated. Twanzebe played well against Granada, and I think he would have been a better fit in this team. So for me, Victor Lindelof is a 5, based on the fact that we allowed Chris Wood and Tarkowski to dominate in the air, and I don't know why, because I don't know. Think that people, you two are paid to do a defensive job, and you're paid to get the balls in the air. You even make Dean Henderson have decide say more come for the ball because he probably see say Ununaga win it. So probably that's why I'm play so anyway. So yeah, it's a 5. Harry Maguire, the man who is supposed to be the captain of the team. I would say he had alright. His first half was the whole half. The whole first and second half was shaky. Every time the ball went in the air, I was like, is Harry going to win this or not? And so said, so done, where him allowed Tarkowski for draw him out, and him end up I try by a foul, and Tarkowski hit the ball in the back of the net. So for me, Harry Maguire is a 4. He's a 4. Yeah, we win the game, and I saw him make a few uh, stops based on when Burnley were running at us. But for me, it's a 4. You need for the better. Need for the better. Scott McTominay. Alright, Scott always have this similar type of game where proves that we need a centre defensive midfielder. We need somebody to sit while Pogba can have his runs or have his say in the team. We need to have Pogba to be the playmaker. We can't have Pogba uncertain of McTominay. So that means Pogba will always sit, because if McTominay gone, or if I'm not sure if McTominay are going or not, he might go sit. And McTominay is a person where to me can make a decisive pass. Only thing he do is make the ball pass side to side, and him defensively poor. So for me, today McTominay is a 5. Yep, that's all you get, man. Alright, Fred. um, I think you were a Mourinho purchase. I think we can now offset some costs and sell you before your price diminish or depreciate. Fred has gone. The game has gone really, 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 really downhill. I don't know why Fred is being played into the team. Why we are playing McTominay and Fred at the same time. But that's life, I guess. We have to work with what Ole gonna want to do, and I guess what he want to say. So for me, Fred is a four. So yeah, I go to Paul P. Paul Pogba is definitely not a winger. He isn't a winger. So when he is being played as a winger, he's not going to affect the game as he should because he's a playmaker. He's supposed to be playing behind the number 10 and behind the number 9, and he's supposed to be playing somewhere where he can make decisive passes and decisive passing. So for me, Pogba had a decent game and we can't knock him for the game he have. Yeah, so for me, he's a 6 from Paul P. Paul P. Alright, we'll go to the man who we purchased, Bruno Fernandez. Bruno. Ah, Bruno. Since the past couple of games, you've not been well. You've been in the games because majority of the moments that we have scored a goal, you have been a part of it, whether directly or indirectly. The first goal that Miss Greenwood scored, you ran over it, you dummied it, and I had Greenwood to score it. So that was great and a great thing for you to do. I think even the third goal where Cavani scored, you were decisive in making that pass to Van der Beek for Van der Beek to score it to Cavani. So every little thing what happening at Manchester United, you're a part of it going forward. So you are definitely needed, and we need the attacking mind that you have to continuously push Manu forward. So for me, Bruno Fernandez, I have to give a 6. Yeah, give a 6. Marcus Rashford. Marcus he had a good game. He had a really good game. I mean, the only problem I have with Marcus is that he was indecisive in the first half, and also the second half too. He was very indecisive during the game. But aside from that, he was just there, and he was making plays and making runs. I mean, the crosses I make some of them never come off, but Marcus was there, and Marcus just put some of the defenders all time way, put them on the mask. So Marcus played well for me, so I have to give a 7 Marcus. Thumbs up, and I hope you can play that at all the time to be a formidable opponent, a formidable player for Manchester United, and play with the days at Man U like Rooney did. So now we are going to Mason Greenwood, the young player that I've always been saying is very, very, very talented and has very, 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 very talented. He has so much talent, and he can be world class if he continues to train and continues to be goal hungry. Every time he get the ball, he want press, he want go forward, he want shoot, he want affect the game in some way, and that is what he did twice. If he didn't shoot, we wouldn't have gotten those 2 goals. So for me, Mason Greenwood is at 8, and he is today's man of the match. Woo, 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 woo. So Marcus Mason Greenwood is the man of the match, and he really deserved it. He played really well, and can you imagine when him seasoned and he's in his prime now, but I mean give him to the next season and the other season after that where he must start score 20 odd goals a season, 30 goals a season. Who's gonna stop Mason? So yeah, goes for Edinson Cavani. Cavani coming on in the second half, affecting the game also. I always wanted to go forward. I was wanting to score. I think that's something that Anthony Martial lacks for me, the decisiveness and the clinical nature and the runs that he makes, the positioning on the field. So I think if Mark if Anthony could have gotten that correct, he would have been a potent striker, which Cavani is, and Cavani does, Cavani has. So Cavani for me is a 7. And our ball that we purchased and we're not using Donny van de Beek. We all see that Danny can affect the game positively. And we all see that Danny is a great goal scorer and great, well, not a great goal scorer, but yeah, if he gets chances, I should say, he's a great goal scorer. But he can affect the game defensively, attackingly. So we need to play him. We need to play him. So for me, Danny Van der Beek coming on, making an assist, I forget 7. So yeah, Manchester United beating Burnley, now 8 points behind Man City, second place, and we're looking forward to win Champions, play Champions League next season. We have Europa League to play, and we need to win that. So yeah, uh, that is it for the United score. Manchester United beating Burnley 3-1, and now we need to give City a run for the money, scare them a little. So we need to challenge for the title. Who knows? Maybe we can even win it. But we need to be positive and persistent. So let's stay tuned for the other match. When we have the next match again? I think on Sunday we have the next match. So yeah, Manchester United. See you next analysis. And